So I thought I would provide a brief video of what I did to just put the Harbor Freight 1,300-pound hoist in my garage, or my shed, actually. I ran 10-gauge wire based on the fact it was 9 amps, and I thought I needed that, although that's what the wire guides would tell you, wire gauge guides. So I used that. I extended the control. I took it apart at the top, and there's 2 diodes in that, underneath that black cover, and then underneath there's some kind of backing plate. So then the switch and the wiring, it just got to be too hard to get into it. So I just cut it and spliced a couple 4-wire piece of wire I had around here into it. You know, at some point I may get a better quality wire because it's pretty rough, the one that came with it. But it's all soft insulated wire, so that's okay. So the big stuff I just pull up there and swing it onto or push it over onto the second floor. The little stuff, to get it up and down without trying to climb up a ladder with it, I built this little table, and I'll let this down and then I'll finish explaining the way the table works. Okay, so there's nothing, sorry about that, there's nothing that keeps a table from rocking end to end, look at this thing, other than its balance, right? It's just a single point rocking off the carabiner. And I had to wire around in that board. I found it on the ground outside, so I just nailed it all together or whatever. So if you do 4 wires, which I thought was just more hardware, more work, you can make it perfectly stable, right? No side can tip, it doesn't rock at all. This thing rocks. But frankly, it hasn't been an issue for me for anything I've done. Like you'd say, well, I can't even do this, sorry. But okay, so I picked that up. So now it's not on there. If I got to put it on, put it in the middle. If I put it on there and it starts to lean to one side, well, slide it over a foot. And I thought, based on that, what's this thing so crooked? There it is, sorry. Based on that, I thought it was fine. I put the boards on here to separate the wires so it would be easier to slide containers in and out of the thing. Obviously, the load from the wire is on those boards, but I don't see any stress on it. And I'm only lifting up, 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 30 pounds. I mean, how much? I couldn't even lift 200 pounds to put it on there, probably. Well, anyway, I take that container up, and that's why I have that in there. So I just guide it up. I either use a broomstick or my hand, just to twist it as it goes up through this opening. I don't know if you can see the opening, but there's the other side. So it's just, I didn't put the floor across the whole thing. I left a couple pieces out when I built the shed a little earlier this year. So that's it. That's how it goes. Just rotate it a little bit when you get to that spot and put it up. Yeah. So I don't know. Just seemed easy enough to build like this. I can only have one hand, so I can't really do it. But that's what I did.